Welcome everybody, Red23 here. We're back into the Mega Crab. This is the fifth Mega Crab. It's January 2017. We're going to get back into it. I'm home and I've got my setup. I'm ready to go and ready to do some Mega Crab. Let's crush it. Let's see, we've got the Mega Crab high scores here. Hopefully we can climb at least in the task force, see how we're doing in New Zealand. We're going to be way behind because it obviously comes up in New Zealand first. But I should have some more time to play the Mega Crab. So let's, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's boom some beaches. Alright, let's get into the hits. See what we've got here. Let's jump into it. I don't want to take too long because we've got this boost burning. I've just did an attack on an operation and I thought I was going to lose my troops like I always do. Just dedicating them to the team, sacrificing them to the Boom Beach gods. But I attacked Rogue, so we were just burning down that shield and I ended up with a whole bunch of Zookas. So they're all ready to go. I want to use that boost on stage 20. So let's jump in at stage, what do we got, stage 15? Let's get into it. Here we go. So stage 15, we're rocking with the T-Med. Managed to do the first 10 stages that I did on my mini. Did them all on GBE only. And then I just was rocking the T-Med. So we're just popping the speed serum there, straight up the guts. And I did actually drop these critters a little bit late. So if you want to throw those critters a bit earlier, once you've cleared that sort of area, they'll just burn through the shield. And then you can just, once you GBE that shock launcher, it's home free. We're going to be rattling through these. If you want to have a look at the rewards, make sure you pause it. We're just going to be rattling through because there's so many stages. We're going to be slowing down as the stages get harder, but for these early ones, smash through. So it's stage 15, stage 16, here we go, 0 losses. So you want to pay attention to this takeoff. So I'm just getting rid of these taunt towers because they're just messing with my T-Med. When you do drop them on the beach, I'm used to having like one drop zone, so you think that all of the boats are just going to cram onto their one side of the beach, but if you got more than one landing zone, that's not going to happen. So here we go, we're just using a bunch of critters because we can keep the snipers distracted. The key with the T-Med obviously is to keep away from shock launchers. We're already biting down that shock launcher up top. The sniper towers are going to start doing some work underneath that speed serum, and we're obviously looking for boom cannons and then cannons predominantly. Using the smoke to get away from that shock launcher, and then we're just going to attack it from the right hand side. Not too worried about the rocket launcher fire. The medic part of the T-Med is going to take care of that. Triple medkit, triple gangster, you know how we do. So there we go, stage 16 is down, getting up to 500 mil gold, 1000 gold, so that's good, half a mil. Let's move on to stage 17. Also 0 losses, still rocking the T-Med. I think we rocked the T-Med until level 20. So let's have a look. Get rid of those taunt towers. I don't want to have a bar of them. And then we go. We just got some critters on the right side and the left side. Just doing some work. I think we were a little late doing the cryo bomb, so we actually froze some of our tanks. So you probably want to pop that a little bit earlier. Get all of those towers nice and frozen. Elsa style. There we go, some more critters just to distract those cannons. They are going to get splash damage by the rocket launchers real quick, but they distracted the cannons for long enough that we're not going to take any massive damage. And we're getting rid of that shock launcher again. So here we go, T-Med grinded down the core. I'm glad we got this on 4 times because T-Med can be a bit of a bore. And that was an unintentional rhyme. I'm sorry if you didn't like it. I kind of liked it. It was cool. So here we go, drop some medkits on this bad boy and let's move on. Here we go. So, stage 18. Lost 2 tanks this time. A little bit sloppy. I've been a little bit excited. I haven't been able to hit the Mega Crab for like the first 24 hours that it was that it was launched, apart from a little couple hits on the side of the road that you might have seen. So yeah, that might be why I was a bit ambitious and lost a couple of tanks, but that's fine. I popped those speed serums real early because I wasn't planning on using them and I didn't want the defenses to be shooting a lot faster, so we're just going to pop them off. The shock launchers could be a bit of a bother, but with the slower fire rate under this cryo bomb we should be alright. And there we go. So shields all on the right hand side. We're just going to keep mowing our way through. All the critters are there first. What I should have done is just let the tanks move in. I flared them out because I wanted to think about what I was going to do with these boom cannons. You find that with Mega Crab, if you're going to be mowing around like this, you're going to be collecting quite a lot of GBE. So you need to make sure that you are spending it, you're not losing tanks. So you drop the smoke there just to protect that last one. If you watch closely, you can actually see that there's critter bats coming out of the core on a takedown. So just have a look at that. There's no critter bats on the map, but yeah. But definitely keep an eye on your GBE counter, because it's caught me a couple times where I've had a bunch of GBE and I've still lost troops because I just haven't been thinking about spending them. So here we go, using the cryo bomb, get rid of all those mines, which is awesome. Then we're just using critters, distract. Haven't worried about getting rid of speed serum, but I'll probably be using some shocks on those boom cannons. Oh, we just got a bunch of critters, that's fine. And same on the right hand side. So we're going to take out that taunt tower again. So a taunt tower I think does about 400 damage onto your troops when it blows up, and it does 1 damage per second if you don't, like, not destroy it, which isn't really a big deal because 1 damage a second is nothing. So I think I lost a bunch more troops on this one because all those boom cannons at the back. I've already used most of my GBE, and I think I lost a couple of medics there. There we go, boom. So I didn't do this one particularly well. I think getting all Zukas up into the top right hand corner would have been awesome. That would have worked really well. You're going to see that in some of the later levels. I'm either going to be using a Z or like 1-2-8Z. So here we go. I'm really running low on GBE here, so I actually just, a couple of tanks just die, use a couple of smokes, and there we go. The core's going to go down. Not sure if I got a medkit on this one. I know, I'm sorry, but I had like no GBE left. So there we go, critter bats going flying everywhere. So that was stage 19, stage 20. I did a GBE attack, mainly because I've been maxed out on attacks since it started, pretty much, because I just haven't been able to attack. So I was like, well, I may as well get the timer running. I need those, that 2.5 hours can start running for me. So I just did a GBE attack whilst my troops were loading. So getting rid of the mines for an AZ walk, that's right, first AZ stage. And just got rid of the taunt towers that might be in range of the finishing spot. And then I thought I'd try something a little bit tricky on the right hand side and get rid of anything that's in range of the shield generators and then drop some critters. So I was actually running low on GBE by now. So I got rid of that other sniper. And we're just going to let the critters work up towards the flamethrower. Didn't have enough GBE to take it out, so you'll see what I'll do in a minute. A little bit tricky, but you know, for those critters on the last 3 shield generators, it's obviously going to be pretty tough. For the, well, they're going to be in range of the flamethrower, so that's not going to work. So, and that's the range of the lookalike. It's about the same range as a shock blaster or a doom cannon, and you have to watch carefully on their right hand side. And I am a bit worried about their Dr. T lookalike. So you see that shock and critter at the same time. That was just to get their flamethrower down. With their Dr. T lookalike, I'm a little bit worried for this attack that I'm about to do boosted for that flare landing. But we'll just have to see how that goes. And look at that perfect time. The time actually ran out before the critters could even die to mines and sniper towers. That's how quickly, that's how close it was. It was like a full 4-minute attack because the critters just took ages to eat those shields. So, without further ado, let's get into it. We've got the Azukas. We're planning on doing a 2-smoke Azuka landing. and then we're just going to be flaring right up above those machine guns, or right above the building health statue, and hopefully get a nice straight line up. And then we're going to be doing critter, shock, shock, basically going from the machine gun to the machine gun, and then the machine gun to the mortar. And hopefully we can get all that nice and shocked, and then we'll just be smashing the core. The critters will be distracting the mortar on the left, the shock blaster and boom cannons on the right, and that should be good to go. So yeah, it's definitely a hot beach, so we're going to need to be smoking it. So let's have a go. And I'm just worried about that Dr. T lookalike. I'm pretty sure I've heard that the flare overrides the taunt, so that should be all good. So let's get into it. No pressure, red. Let's go. So we go flare in the corner for the 2 smoke landing, and we're on a horizontal beach, so it's not going to be a 2 smoke landing. Why am I thinking about this now that I'm attacking? Okay, that's fine, we'll just carry on. So it's going to be a 3 smoke landing with only 6 boats. That's fine, let's crack on. So we want to get that flare just below the boom cannon. There's a couple of Zukas going right, that should be okay. Hopefully we'll flare up, the Zukas will be there. They're a little bit more spread than I was hoping, so you might want to wait a little bit longer for the Zukas to get there, because they are spreading like crazy for me. Oh dear. Oh no. Still got a reasonable amount of bazookas. They go a few more. I think we still should be good. So the smokes are good. Gonna have to re-flare. That's all good. And then I'm planning on going critter, shock, shock, flare. Because I don't want to flare too early and go into the machine gun. So there we go. Critter, shock, shock. And we didn't miss anything on the shocks. So that's perfect. And the flare's on. Pounding the core. Get a mech, get ready. Chuck it on. We got it. We got it. Put it down. Alright. So I'm pretty happy with that. We did lose a few Zukas. If you wait for the Zukas to kind of gather there a bit better. Did you by any chance see a handsome gentleman out there? He's very good looking. I'm not sure if he's talking about me or his lookalike. It's probably talking about me. I mean, I'm a good looking man. So let's have a look at stage 21. I'm not going to show it in this video, but there you go. I'm going to have a think about that, and I'll plan and hit that, and then I'll bring it to you guys in the next video. So that'll do it for today. Comment down below how mega crabs been going for you, what you've been able to upgrade, what you've been doing with all your resources, whether you're boosting or not boosting. All of that mega crab information I'm interested in. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more. Boom boom! Sha!